down the stretch that they didn't seem like.
Most certainly. I thought our guys did a tremendous job executing down the stretch. We were fortunate to come up with some stops, whether it was steals or turnovers on Austin Peay part, and I thought we did a great job capitalizing on it, and I thought our execution was great from an offensive end too. I thought Maurice Wills was huge, making some tough shots. I thought defensively Austin Peay was right there, but he still knocked them down, and I'm just glad to see that guy step up down the stretch, both defensively and offensively.
Is that as big a play as Roselle's made all year?
You know what? It's right there. And he's a good rebounder. But the thing is, he doesn't consistently go to the boards all the time for the times that he's in the game. But I'm glad he did. And you know what? It's almost the same situation against Tennessee Tech on Saturday, to where we missed a layup and just didn't come up with the board just to put it back in, with it being a 1-point game and to come up with a win. And the basketball bounced our way, and I thought he did a heck of a job by keeping his concentration while he was getting fouled, and finished the play to put us up 2 at the time.
And that was a tough play because the ball went around the rim, came out. Timing, if you're rebounding that's not easy play, because you're not sure when the ball's coming out of there and where it's going.
Most certainly, and you know what? Part of being a good rebounder is that instinct that you have to have. And I thought he's a guy with great instinct. But again, he doesn't do enough on that offensive glass. But I'm glad that he did it down the stretch tonight.
Once you came across the court there to do the interview, and you had a smile on your face. I'm sure these close games you haven't always had that smile on your face.
Well,
you guys really suffered through a lot of those times.
Most certainly. There's probably about 5 or 6 games that came down to the wire that didn't go our way, but our guys are resilient. They showed it our last game before tonight, in the fact that they fought back. They showed it tonight again, being 8 down with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go. That has to give our guys a little bit of confidence that, let's play the 40 minutes. Let's play it out. If we're down, it's all about doing it possession by possession. You got to get stops and got to make plays on the offensive end. Again, lost some close ones, but tonight was a good one. And you know what? This conference is tough. It's tough, and every win for us. It's a great win.
And to go 8 minutes, the basket at 10-12 was a goaltending. Then you went exactly 8 minutes till your next field goal, and you don't win many games in any competition.
That's exactly right. And it was we had some miscues in those with some turnovers because I remember Chris Davis throwing it to Roselle because he didn't cut right. He made the wrong cut. Roselle turned it over because he didn't do a great job trying to feed the post. We just had so many what I call wasted possessions. But at the same time, we did get to the free throw line a few times in that segment and didn't capitalize very well on our free throws, so which we can have to do a better job because we're not shooting the basketball very well from the floor, from the free throw line. So, going down the stretch, the way we're shooting the basketball, there's only one thing you do when you're down, and that's crash the boards, and that's what Roselle did, and came up with a big rebound and a putback.
They out-rebound you, outshot you, but it's 22-10 on turnovers. So you think your defense sort of kept you in there?
Most certainly. We changed defense and we went to kind of a 2-3 zone defense, and that kind of got them stagnant a little bit. They hit a big 3 out of it. Got on the glass a little bit, but for the most part, I thought our guys did a good job. When we changed defense and defensively, I thought we, first half I wasn't very pleased because we gave up so many points in transition. We gave up some offensive board where Horton got in there and got a couple dunks on the offensive board. Our rotation on help side was poor. So defensively, I wasn't very pleased going into the locker room at halftime, and I let our guys understand that we got to do better in the second half, and and I thought we did. I thought we did there for a little bit, and then we had to switch our defense up, to kind of finish out the game.
What was the thinking behind most of the game, doubling down on Triggs and leaving Horton kind of straight?
Well, Triggs is a good player. He's so strong. He's undersized, but man, he's athletic, strong, tough, and we felt like, hey, you know, we have to try to get the basketball out of his hand. I mean, he, you know, with Roselle being in the basketball game and started on Triggs, you know, I mean, it was going to be tough. It was going to be tough for Roselle, so we tried to give him some help down low, and I thought that caused Horton to get some easy putbacks when we doubled on Triggs, because he shot it a couple times because we didn't get there quick enough, and Horton cleaned up the boards with that.
And did you feel like you could force Triggs into some turnovers? I think he had 5.
To force who?
Triggs into some turnovers.
Well, we were hoping so with the actually with the doubling on him in the post. We were hoping he'd dribble out and kick it out, which he did, and pass it out for a couple threes, which was a big concern, you know. But we just stuck with it, and I thought he hurried a couple times and turned the basketball over. So, you know, we were either looking for kickouts or turnovers, and I think we got a little bit of both. But at the same time, you know, he burned us by, you know, because he's a good player. He's a good player, and I tell you what, man, he's a man down low, you know. So anytime you're getting double teamed, that's telling you one thing, that man, you're a player, and that he is.
Lennox, that 2-3 zone, was that more about trying to get help on Horton or Triggs, or slowing down their transition game?
Well, you know, they were so great with getting the basketball inside, so we're trying to eliminate those inside buckets. So that's the reason why we went zone a little bit, because with Horton and Triggs, they were just, I think at one time in the second half they scored like 22 points in the paint, and you know, we just had to try to neutralize it a little bit. And the fact that, you know, both Ray and Keaton got in foul trouble too, you know, it was obviously a decision to go 2-3 zone to try to, you know, get them through the game by not fouling out.
You're 5-3 at home. Is that coincidence? Do you think you play better at home, or are playing better at home, or?
Well, we do. You know, I mean, with the fans behind us, and them coming out and supporting us, most certainly gives our guys, you know, a lot of energy. You know, to where, you know, we just play better at home, and I think across the board, everyone in the country probably played better at home, and it is tough to win on the road. You know, and we got to make sure it's tougher for our opponents to come in here and win basketball game. But that's one thing we talked about. And you know what? If you're going to compete and try to win in your conference, you got to take care of home court. You're at home court, and try to get some wins on the road at the same time. You know, so you know, but at this, you know, just like I said, I just think you just got to make it really, really tough for teams to come in here and win here at the Vadalabene Center.
It seems like it might be easier to finish at home than it is on the road, just for different reasons.
Most certainly. That's the court you practice on. You know, you get your fans behind, you know, with you. I don't think we're a greatly tough team to where we can you know, pull wins out on the road when it's tough. We're getting there. We're getting there. But you know, it's you know, it's a lot more easier because you feel like, you know, you're so used to the environment being at home.
You know, you rated Eastern Kentucky game at that time sort of the best win. Is this right there with it, or above it, or?
Most right. It's neck and neck.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell you what. Hope we get another win here pretty soon, and that one's going to be at the top these two. So, and then the following one's going to be atop
the other ones.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
You know, we know how hard it is to win, and whether you're on the road or at home, and you know, so our guys feel pretty good that the work that they're putting in, them being coachable, them want to work to get better as a basketball team, and see the result. And tonight was a tremendous win for our program.